So you're thinking about the US? Pre-health life. While most people's minds jump to med or dental school, you chose to be a US veterinarian. And honestly, that's fire. But let's be real, finding legit info on how to make that happen is a struggle. You've hit up Google, maybe even asked an AI, and the advice you get is just mid. It's generic, and nobody seems to get the specific challenges for a Korean student trying to break into this competitive field. That's where we come in. Today we're giving you the real roadmap. We'll break down how to prep in high school and college, which schools actually look for international students like you, and how to build a profile that screams future D.V.M. So, if you're ready to stop guessing and start strategizing, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. All right, let's talk data. Dreaming of being a US vet is an awesome goal, but good vibes aren't enough. You need to see just how real and rewarding this path is. No cap, the US is desperate for vets. They're projecting a shortage of over 15,000 by 2030, with 19% job growth. That's huge. It means once you have that D.V.M, you're the one in demand. Clinics will be coming to you. And the payout? It's major. The median salary is over $130K, even for new grads, plus you can get signing bonuses and loan support. If you specialize, you could clear $200K. It's a seller's market. So here's the ultimate strategy hack. Stop chasing only the famous schools. The real flex is having a smart strategy to get accepted to any accredited program. Secure that D.V.M. Degree first. That quote's how you win the game. So what are your real chances of getting into a US vet school? You might see a 10 to 15% acceptance rate online, but for international students, the game is different. Vet schools have separate, much smaller admission pools for internationals. For example, at Purdue, the acceptance rate for residents is 29%, but just 3.3% for international students. At Colorado State, it's 21% versus a tiny 1.7%. The numbers are tough, which is why a generic strategy is guaranteed to fail. But, and this is important, you shouldn't give up. Schools do want to diversify their classes, and international students get accepted every single year. So how do they do it? It comes down to this. Good grades and solid experience are just the entry ticket now. The real game changer is your differentiation. You have to build a compelling case for why they should pick you over an equally qualified American applicant. That's the secret. So, what's the full timeline to becoming a US vet? It looks like a lot, but let's break it down into a simple, step-by-step roadmap. First, the undergrad grind. This is 3 to 4 years of nailing your prerequisite courses, keeping your GPA high, and stacking up hundreds of hours of animal and vet experience. Second, the VMCAS application. This is the common app for vet schools, and submitting a fire application at the right time is a huge part of the strategy. Third, the D.V.M. program. Once you're in, it's 4 years of intense training, clinicals, surgery, and advanced science that turns you into a pre-professional. Fourth, you get licensed. This means passing the NAVL board exam in your final year and then getting a license in the specific state where you plan to work. And finally, an optional step, specializing. A 1 to 3 year residency can make you an expert in a field like surgery and seriously level up your career. It's a long journey, but it's 100% doable with the right strategy. Let's break down your application into 2 key parts, your quant specs, the stats, and your qual specs, the story. Your quant specs are your numbers. This means completing all your prerequisites and keeping your GPA on lock. Aim for a 3.7 or higher. Since there's no entrance exam for most schools, your GPA is king. But a high GPA isn't enough because every serious applicant has one. That's where your qual specs come in. This is your story. The shadowing, volunteering, and research that proves you're genuinely ready to be a vet. This is what makes you stand out from the crowd. So what's the best way to manage all this? Here's the real pro tip. Your specific major matters way less than your school's pre-vet support system. Does the university have dedicated advisors who will help you find shadowing opportunities and map out your courses? That support structure is what really boosts your odds. That's the winning strategy. All right, let's do a rapid-fire breakdown of some key vet schools so you can see their vibe. Starting with the top tier, UC Davis is #1 and it's hardcore. You'll need a top GPA, serious research, and you have to crush their MMI interview. Cornell, the only Ivy vet school, is all about experience, requiring over 1,200 hours. With no interview, your application has to be God tier. Colorado State does a holistic review, looking beyond just GPA to your leadership and experience. And UPenn is super hands-on, but the private school tuition is very high. Now, for some other great schools. At Ohio State, the interview is everything. It's 60% of your score. North Carolina State heavily favors residents, so as an international, you'll need a near-perfect GPA. The University of Florida has a great board exam pass rate, but has a very long list of prerequisites. And Wisconsin has a balanced review, weighing academics at 60% and non-academics at 40%. Let's keep it moving with a few more schools that have distinct personalities. Texas A&M is affordable and a top choice for Texans, but it requires the separate TMD-SAS application and Casper test. The University of Minnesota is ideal for students interested in public health and research. Purdue is super transparent with a clear 55/45 evaluation rubric and an early admit program. And Michigan State is for the super planners. You need all science prereqs done before applying. Washington State's WIMU program gives a huge advantage to Western residents, and their grads have the lowest debt in the US. Tufts is perfect for niche goals like conservation or international policy, but it has high tuition and no interview. And the University of Georgia is great for residents, but their interview format can change year to year. So remember, the real strategy isn't asking which school is best. It's about knowing which school is the best fit for you. All right, this is the Pre-Vet Playbook for my 11th grade international students in Korea. Let's map it out semester by semester. In the fall of 11th grade, build your foundation. Stack your schedule with high-level science and math like AP Bio and Chem. And start contacting local vet clinics now to set up future experiences. In the spring, crush your AP or IB exams and take the SAT or ACT to get a baseline score. For experience, lock in one consistent weekly activity, like volunteering at a shelter. Long-term commitment is key. The summer before 12th grade is grind time. Aim for a pre-vet summer program at a US university, and most importantly, start writing your Common App essay. A great essay needs time. Finally, in the fall of 12th grade, it's go time. Keep your grades up, finalize a balanced college list, and secure strong letters of recommendation from 2 teachers who know you well. Don't leave things to the last minute. All right, if you're already in a US university, this is your 4-year game plan for vet school. Year 1 is your blueprint. Get A's in General Bio and Gen Chem, meet with your pre-vet advisor to map out all 4 years, and join the pre-vet club to start networking. Year 2 is the level up. Maintain high grades in tougher courses like OChem and expand your experience. Move beyond just small animals to get large animal or research experience and try to snag a leadership role. Year 3 is when you execute. In the fall, ace your upper-level science courses and lock in your recommenders, ideally a vet, a professor, and a research mentor. In the spring, the MCAT application opens and you'll draft your personal statement, which needs to show real depth. Submit that application over the summer. The earlier, the better. That leads to interview season in your senior year, which is the final boss. It's a long haul, but this is how you conquer it. So now that you have the playbook, the final question is, who's going to be in your corner? At PharmMedi-Lab, we focus exclusively on vet school admissions, and we've built custom tracks for every stage of your journey. For high schoolers, our pre-vet program provides full guidance to get you into a top US university. For university students, our vet school admissions program manages your entire portfolio through VMCA's submission. Our GPA management program helps you lock in those A's in tough prerequisite courses with one-on-one tutoring. Our shadowing program connects you with specialists at major hospitals right here in Korea for real-world experience. And our research program pairs you with a US professor for a project and helps you get it published. Whatever you need to build a winning application, we have a track for it. You don't have to do this alone. So we've covered the entire strategy today. The main takeaway is this. Getting into a US vet school takes more than just good grades. It takes a proven strategy and the right support, because this is a tough journey to tackle alone. PharmMedi-Lab is here to be your strategic partner from day one all the way to your acceptance letter. We're about getting real results. If you want to learn more about our programs, or if you're ready for a one-on-one consultation to build your personal game plan, hit us up with the contact info on your screen. We're ready to help you become the confident vet you're meant to be. Thanks for watching.